So, hello, my fellow Blockhead beauties. This is that Wahlburgers chick, and I'm coming to you with another episode of A Day in the Life of a Blockhead. Today, I'm showcasing one of our staff members, okay? Her name is Debra, and she's from Virginia. Say hi, Debra.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And I see that you have a little someone with you. Who is that?
This is Caitlin. She's 9. She's my baby blockhead and a Danny girl.
Hi, baby Blockhead.
Hi.
Oh, and a Danny girl. Nice. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so on today's show, we're going to highlight you. I want to know what it is that you do for NK Airplay Radio. Just introduce us to you and what you do for the show.
Okay, well, I am the DJ on Monday nights. I'm DJ Deb, and I am one of the DJs. That's about it. And I do a little bit of the staff working stuff for the social media.
Nice. Okay, so then you talk to the fans on social media as well?
Yes, I do some of the stuff on Facebook and through Twitter and Instagram.
Okay, and what time is your show so everybody could tune in?
8 to 10 on Monday night.
8 to 10 on Monday nights?
Yes,
Nice.
ma'am.
Okay, awesome. So now, of course, I have to highlight the fact that you are a blockhead. I'm loving your mask, by the way. I see the shirt, I see the mask, so you're staying safe and representing our boys. I love that. I
Oh,
totally
yeah.
to check this out. Let me see. Let me show everybody. I got one right here. Oh yeah. Look at that.
That is awesome. Woo!
Gotta be that Wahlburgers chick with the Wahlburgers mask, right?
Right.
Nice. All right. Awesome. So now I want to know, when did you first fall in love with the guys? Like, how old were you? What year was it?
It was 1988. It was springtime, maybe summerish, when they first came out with Please Don't Go Girl, and I was all of 4 years old.
4 years old. Oh, you were real young.
Mm-hmm.
And you can remember that far back.
I remember John's voice.
Oh. So you wait. So you're a John girl
With Danny tendencies, yeah.
with Danny tendencies. I love that. Okay, nice. All right. So then it was "Please Don't Go, Girl." That was the song that made you fall in love. Do you remember where you was when you first heard that song?
I think we were down in North Carolina. My cousin at the time had heard it, and she was a big New Kids fan. I don't remember if she was a Jordan girl or a Joe girl, but she was big with New Kids, so that was her thing, and I just kind of clung on.
Okay. Okay. Nice. And then, so did you do what most of us did? Did you create like t-shirts? Did you write on your shirt, on your pants? I love NKOTB, stuff like that.
uh, with me being 4 at the time, I was not allowed to write on my clothes. I got in trouble for that. But my parents didn't not stop me from listening to New Kids. They actually bought me the bedspread, the blanket, the sheets, the pillowcase, which I had to have flipped. And if you remember it right, on the front side, you had Jordan, Joe, and Donnie. And if
Mhm.
you flipped it over to the back side, you had John and Danny
Oh, okay.
on the pillowcase. Well,
Mm.
every night my mom would put Jordan, Joe, and Donnie, and every night I would flip it, and I'd have John and Danny.
See, but it's cool because you had the two guys you liked on the same side, so you didn't have to fight
So
it.
I never knew that. I didn't know that because I didn't get my Danny tendencies until after 2008 when I grew up and I was a grown up.
Okay, all right. So then, at least as a kid, you were able to enjoy a little bit. You had posters and stuff like that on your wall,
Oh
like,
yeah,
right? Okay,
oh
nice,
yeah.
awesome. So then, did you or have you ever been able to see them like in concert when you was younger and
No,
stuff? No, no.
nope.
So then, you are one of our hopefuls, right? I'm
Yes, ma'am.
segment where I have a lot of hopefuls that have not yet had their moment with the guys. And I want you guys to come on the show and tell your story too. And leave your little message for them so that they can see it. And hopefully you'll have your moment. Then you'll have your story to tell. So now, bringing you back to 2008, you find out, oh my God, new kids are getting back together. Tell me what that feeling was like for you.
2008, when they came back together, was a very difficult year for me. My father was very ill at the time. We didn't know until a couple of years later when he passed that he was definitely ill. He had cancer.
Oh.
But yeah, so it was hard. I was working. I was a single mom. I had 3 boys. But when they came on ABC to announce their back together tour, I screamed at the top of my lungs like I was 4 years old all over again, even though I knew I'd never make it to the concert. I knew they weren't probably coming anywhere near Virginia because I have never heard of them in Virginia.
Right.
Backstreet Boys come here and Sync came here. New Kids haven't. Closest they've come is a 5-hour car trip away, which is in North Carolina or up to DC.
Okay.
So I screamed my head off because my guys were back together. They were the best band in the whole wide world.
Yes, they are, girl. Tell it. Preach, preach. Oh my God. Okay, so then do you remember where you was when you heard that they were getting back together?
I was actually in my living room.
All right. Okay. Okay. And then
We were flipping through channels. My mom has stopped, and my dad used to watch daytime shows, talk shows all the time. He had a thing about it. He had a lineup of where he would watch certain TV shows, and ABC was on the list. And I was sitting there, kind of minding my own business, sitting in the living room, and I heard New Kids on the Block, and I'm like, coming up next. I'm like, what?
I was he was like, that's not my boys they talking about.
My father could not understand what was wrong with me. My mom was laughing so bad.
Yeah, because now you're a grown woman and you're still losing your mind over these guys. I totally get it. Mm-hmm.
And I probably will if I ever meet them. I swear to you, I lie not. And I have told everybody around me this. If I ever, which it's on my bucket list, so I will do it. I will make it to the cruise. If I ever make it to the cruise and you hear passenger fell overboard, you'll know it's me because I got too close to John.
Yeah, the
We'll know.
awesome. I hope you do get a chance to go on it, definitely. But now the most exciting moment for you was when you found out that they were getting back together?
Actually, my most exciting moment with the guys have been that I actually got Instagram and Twitter because the guys were on it.
Right.
So, me being the blockhead I am, I got on Instagram, I got on Twitter, because I had just found out this past year, because I've had a very hard struggle with life. I found out this past year that that's where they all hang out, Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so I got on Instagram, I got on Twitter, and the first person to okay and friend me back or follow me back on Instagram was none other than Danny.
Oh, nice.
I about died.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Tell us about that moment.
Okay, so I just so happened to open up my Instagram account, and I had just made it like the day before. Nobody was following me, not family, not friends, nobody. So I'm tagging people, I'm adding them to my following list to where I can follow them on Instagram. And all of a sudden, I see Danny Wood pop up. I'm like, okay, this has got to be some sort of troll, something. Scammer, big time. I'm looking, there's a blue check mark. I'm going back to Facebook to check what Andy has wrote about his Instagram because I'm already on his website on the Danny Wood official site, which is now the Woodworks site for Danny on Facebook that his manager Andy controls. And I'm looking over everything, reading what she has said about the scammers because they had been so high here lately that double check, triple check, make sure you're not falling for anything. And I'm looking, and there's a blue check mark, and I'm trying not to hyperventilate in front of my 4 kids. And I'm like, oh my God, I got
Yes, girl.
the And my 4 kids turn their head and look at me like, Mama, are you insane? My mom looks at me and goes, what is your problem? And I'm sitting there jumping in my chair, bouncing around, jumping in my chair, doing my little happy dance. I'm like, Caitlin, Caitlin, Caitlin. And I'm smacking the baby Blockhead. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I got your favorite. Keep following me on Instagram. Because that's how her and I pick. That's how we do our thing. I pick back at her, anytime there's some sort of Danny event going on. Like last night, I did one of the Remember Betty events for the first time. So she kept popping her head in on the Zoom.
Right.
She wasn't playing the games with us. She wasn't going to answer any of the questions on the trivia. She didn't want to do any of that, but she wanted to pop her head in so that she could see Danny on the screen. She wasn't going to talk, but she's going to pop her head in. So, and that's how we do. Because she's very quiet, very shy. Matter of fact, she's already left the room with us today because she don't want to be seen.
Right. It's okay. It's understandable. At least we know it's a baby Blockhead, so it's good. But that's awesome. Oh my God, that's so amazing. I really hope that you get your moment with him. Like, I want you to meet him because I want that story. I want to see your face. I want you to go crazy and experience what the rest of us have before.
Yeah, I want my John hug. That's all I want.
Oh, let me tell you.
I need that John hug.
Girl, he gives the best hugs in the world. It makes you feel like a blanket, like it's warm, and oh my God, I love it. I've been fortunate enough to have a John hug, and it is amazing, and I hope you get that.
A couple of our other staff and crew have told me the same thing. A couple of my fellow Blockheads I'm on Twitter with have told me the same thing. I'm like, I need my John hug. I am a John girl. I'm in line for one. I will get it one of these days. I don't know how, I don't know when, but the magic will happen.
So now, if John is able to see this video, what is the message that you want to tell him?
With everything that he's been through with his anxiety, I just want him to know, from me to him, as somebody who has severe anxiety and depression and who was under a suicide watch last year, that their song Survive You has made a difference in my life. And if it wasn't for me hearing his voice in that song, I don't think I would have survived the past year without him. And I have been a John fan for a very long time. And I hope to continue seeing his show doing so well. We love him, and he is the greatest person on earth.
Oh my God, that's so awesome. John, this is for you. Okay, so I hope that he gets to see it. I hope that he invites you to get that hug one day and that you get on that boat, girl, because it's going to be so much fun.
Oh, I'm going on the boat. There's no if. There is a when. I just don't know the when yet, but there will be.
Got it.
It's on the bucket list. It is the top thing. The 2 top items on my bucket list. New Kids concert. Never been to one. We'll get there.
Yes.
And then the cruise.
Nice.
Well,
thank you. Thank you so much for spending time. And of course, let everyone know one more time when your show airs, what time and what day.
Hey guys, DJ Deb. I'm here on Monday nights at NK Airplay from 8 to 10, taking your requests. Come on and tune in.
Nice. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So now, for the rest of you Blockheads that want to come on the show and you want to tell your story, okay, I'm that Wahlburgers chick, so you can hit me up on NK Airplay Radio, okay? And then you can come on the show and tell me all your wonderful stories. I want to hear it, all your trials, your tribulations, everything you went through, how the guys helped you through it, etc. This was a segment for you to get to know some of our members of NK Airplay Radio. And we're going to air this, and you're going to hear it, and you're going to see it after this on YouTube. Okay, so you get to see what the rest of us look like. All right, so now until then, my Blockhead beauties, I want you to stay safe. I want you to stay humble. And as always, stay fabulous. Now show it, girl. Show your arms. Ready? Fabulous. Yes, girl. Yes. Thank you, my Blockhead beauties. Mwah.